Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today in this review, we got the Hiya Toys Rodan from Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019. And super excited for this. Not sure why I bought it, because I already have like 3-4 different 2019 Rodan figures.
Yeah, there's a couple.
How many do I need?
We even smashed one, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We smashed the bootleg.
Yeah. It's still Rodan. Still Rodan, sir.
Maybe even this. Well, we can't do this one. He's like $200 on eBay already.
Oh, hell no.
If anything, this guy's going bye-bye. Also, you might notice, I put a cloth down here not too long ago for a few of the videos. It's gone because I had to move my 3D printers out from my basement to the garage, and I was lazy and didn't take the vat out.
Good job, Steve. Good
So,
job.
when I was going up the stairs, I didn't realize I tipped a little bit too much, so the resin leaked out a bit, got on the cloth. Now we don't have a cloth. But anyways, we're going to be changing how we're going to be doing these videos anyways here in the near future. And because this will probably be the most viewed video, I'll just bring it up here. But we're going to take a little break from YouTube. Just because I'm getting, I don't know about you, I'm getting a little burnt out.
Yeah.
Plus with the amount of views and stuff, it's probably the best time if I want to take like a little vacation. Then it's my birthday too. When this comes out, it'll probably be my birthday or after, more likely after. But anyways, but we're going to be changing like how we're doing the reviews. The channel's going to be same stuff, but different. We're going to actually have like a different little schedule.
We're going to focus more on actually like putting out good quality instead of quantity, I would say.
I don't know about the quality part, but trying to make it a little bit more unique.
Yeah,
kind of like how it used, like original super unimportant.
Yeah, we're gonna put out the skits and everything with it. So
yeah, well, I'm still doing skits. He'll probably get a skit.
What's this skit?
Yeah, something with Rodan. Probably with a guitar.
Well, since you have so many of them, it'll just be like a band of Rodans all screaming, Rodan! And then
Rodan!
Bat Metal just pops in. There's your skit. Boom, done.
Rodan. But it's going to be like probably less videos, but more focused. But we'll do an official video when we're doing that. Plus Patreon is going to change a little bit too.
If you guys ever wonder how our thought process works on the skits, there you go. You're just seeing it.
We have thoughts. But anyways, you guys are here for the figure, so without further ado, for the packaging, you get Rodan. You get it. It kind of looks like a NECA, just in a really big. Well, like not NECA. Oh yeah, I guess NECA. NECA kind of looked at the same sort of style of packaging for a minute.
Yeah, same, just a lot bigger.
Yeah, like almost unnecessarily big. I kind of understand because of the wings, and it's not detached from the packaging, so it takes up the major majority of this box because it's not really thick. It's just freaking wide.
It's just fine.
On the back, shows him with the stand, bunch of stuff I can't understand, a little bit of things I can understand right there, and nothing on the bottom with their legal mumbo jumbos. Anyways, let's get him open up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got Rodan opened up out of its cardboard prison, first and foremost, it's probably really dark because it's all black.
I don't know, it looks pretty good from my point of view here.
It looks good on my end, but I know when I go to edit this, it's just going to be a stand and silhouettes. But Rodan does come with a stand. As you'll see, it's a gigantic stand. He's a wobbly boy.
Oh, that kind of scares me.
On the gigantic stand. But it does. Okay, it's it's a claw grip on a figure with giant wings. Not the best, I would say. It does the trick. It just, you got to do a little bit of finessing. One thing I recommend is you can actually pull this thing apart.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So depending on how many segments you want or how high you need the Rodan is how high you can go. But say, for the most part, I would almost recommend.
Yeah, there you go. Honestly,
just take it all the way down.
Safe.
I don't know what I thought that was going to help. I'm like, hey, if I spin him around, maybe it'll make him a little bit more balanced on that end. But it's still going to hook into the same spot. And then...
That actually... Oh, never mind.
It's still not going to hold him very well, but you can at least get him to work. To me, I think the issue is that it's actually really squared. And I think if this was rounded with like an actual ball at the end, it would probably clamp around him a little bit better than this.
I see what you mean, though. It is,
because it's like, you almost got to get it in here and then like wedge his wing.
Ooh, that could damage it, though.
It's rubber. It's not going to really, you're not going to do much to it.
It's $200, Steve. Don't damage it.
Yeah, it's $50, which one thing I recommend with Hiya Toys, if you think you're going to pick up the monster or you plan on it, just pre-order it.
Yeah, that's the best advice you can
For the love of God. Because I don't know what their sales plan is. I'm not 100%, but to me it seems like it's almost like they only fulfill pre-orders. Because you don't really see too many like in stock anywhere. It's usually like pre-orders sold out.
You think they're worried like they'll all overflow like NECA and SH?
Well, that or they're made to order. Could be the other thing. Kind of like how like Toka and Rezar were made to order, and then once the pre-order stopped, they like skyrocket in price.
Oh, that could be that.
That's almost what it feels like to me. So, stand could be better. I kind of wish, because initially I think they showed images of him actually having like something he could rest on. And then you also got this piece for more dynamic poses. Because this is better for if you want him like kind of like this. It's not really good for flat. And it would have been kind of nice to maybe had a piece that would work a little bit better for him to just be resting on top of. So it's serviceable. Also, it comes with these little connector pieces that go under here.
Connect to the other Hiya Toys?
Yeah, well, and my thought is Mothra's probably has this exact same stand. So you can connect the two stands so you have Rodan and Mothra flying next to each other.
Nice.
So it's cool. It's one of those things that it's pointless on this individual figure, but because there's going to be other figures like this, I'm still happy that it comes with something like this. So it's not bad. It's not great. It almost kind of reminds me of like those bootleg, like Dashi toy figures I've been buying, kind of stands without the wood floor plating.
I do feel like it's kind of cheaped out on that.
Yeah, it feels very bootleggy, but it works. Anyways, for the Rodan, detail-wise, it's kind of got the same thing going on with all the other Hiya toys, where that at a distance, it looks really nice. It looks like Rodan. You see the plating on the wings. You see the plates on the tail. It's got that kind of like lava flow look to it. It's got the scaling. It's got a little bit of not super big spikies, but they're there.
Can I be
Same
honest
with
about
on
that
the
color,
back too.
Kind of looks like a turd.
That's what lava looks like, though. It looks like hot doo-doo.
If you're pooping out hot doo-doo, I have questions, sir.
I had too much Taco Bell last night.
Yes.
And my butthole's on fire. No, I think it's fine. I almost wish it was maybe a little bit brighter coming towards the tips, or maybe had more colors in certain sections. Like, it's very brown and orange. The top's got more I would think.
It's good color, good-ish. I mean, it represents what the figure is, but it just really looks kind of brown. Look at, like, I know you can't see the camera down here like where I can, but it looks like doo-doo stick. Just one big logger.
A little bit. But what I was trying to get at is that when you get closer to it, it doesn't quite have as crisp of details as you would see on like the monster arts. Or even the NECA, as a matter of fact. Like, it's almost like the closer you get, the more Playmatesy things start to look. It's not bad. It's not nearly as drastic as a Playmates, but you can see...
Well, isn't Hiya supposed to be like one step above NECA in quality?
Honestly, I always compared them to NECA.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if NECA made their Rodan like this posable and this big, it probably would have been around the same price anyways.
Yeah.
Like, he would have at least been like legit ultimate price. So I get it. Like, they're just kind of I kind of hold them in the same esteem for the most part. Because even like the figures feel sort of NECA-y.
I've seen online.
But they're just more posable.
I've seen online people arguing that the Hiya is supposed to be better than NECA. It's like a step up between NECA and SH.
I would say this is better than NECA, but it's also because it's a higher price, so you get more posability.
More
and a
bang for the buck.
bigger figure. Like you're getting what you paid for. And it's like with the NECA, it was like what, $20 for that Rodan?
Yeah.
You get what you paid for the most part. Monster Arts. Okay, you might not have got what you paid for there, but it's still cool. I still like them. But like I mentioned, it's almost like the detail's a bit rounded is what I think I'm getting at. You see it on the tail too. It doesn't have quite the high definition as you would see on like the Monster Arts, but it still works really well for the figure. And a lot of it too is because the wings are rubber. I don't think you'd really want the hard edges, because then it might make stress issues when you're bending them, so the rounder edges probably work out a little bit better, to be fair. Now, my only concern is that because there's wires in here, this could snap over time, and oh god, if it snaps, you're kind of boned. So personally, for the sake of video purposes, I'm going to bend it for you.
Oh god. What if the wire snap? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I like the
so
poses
so it looks like he's kind of flapping, which is pretty dope. That, or you can bend that down, and then you can kind of get it to look like he's doing the twirl, which I think is really cool. But it's definitely terrifying because it's one of those things where ball joints I like because they don't usually break; they just pop off.
Yeah.
Usually. But even if it breaks, it's fixable. When a wire snaps, you're kind of boned because you can't really like find replacements or get the wire out easily and replace it. Like you have to literally like slice the figure in order to even remotely attempt it, and then you just have a fully damaged figure at that point.
Yeah, that would be the part that I do like the poses you can do with it.
I will say I'm actually surprised that the wings straightened up as well as it did, though. Because that was my concern when I seen it. I was like, oh god, it's a wire, so like, good luck ever getting it to form back the way it originally looked. That looks pretty darn close, though. Because you can see for the head, detail's really nice. It's even, like, this is where they didn't really spare any expense on the detailing. Like, it's got nice hard edges, the teeth look good, the eyes are painted nicely. He's got the pink ton. Coloring looks good. Horns on the top of the head are very nicely straight. And he's got his little spiky bits for the chest. Like I mentioned, the coloring looks really, really good. To me, anyways. I would say the top looks more like what I want to see. But I think a lot of it, too, is just that because the detailing drops a little bit here, that the orange just stands out a little bit more, so it looks brighter.
Now that you put a light on, it actually looks a little better. It's not as dark.
Yeah, on the bottom here. But I maybe would like to have seen a little bit more yellows. Because it's still pretty much just orange and black is the entire color scheme of the body. It's just different because you have more the blacks up here, so the orange looks darker, and then where the orange is more of a predominant color, it looks brighter. But still looks good. Like, at least they painted it.
Yeah, that is true.
That was my biggest complaint with the monsters. Is I love the detailing on them, but god, could they spared some expense on some acrylics?
Please, extra $5. It won't kill you guys.
Yeah, don't give me accessories for them. At least paint the damn things. Like, to me, I like the monster arts, but I feel like for the legendary stuff, it just seems like to me they don't care nearly as much for that. Because you never see any of like the Heisei or the Showa stuff.
No.
Remotely get the same amount of treatment in terms of like what they come with or the amount of paint on them. But yeah, and then for his articulation, head could look straight up about that far, down about that far, a little to the left, a little to the right, nice little circles. Wings without bending the wires can go forward and back about that far, upwards about that far, downwards about that far. One thing I also kind of wish he had was maybe something like with the monster arts where you can kind of tuck the wing into the body a little bit.
So it fits in better?
Yeah, or if you really are looking for that clean, connecting look, you could kind of get it with the monster arts, which with the Hiya, it's not really an option. Then because of the way the tail is designed too, it's kind of this just big arrowhead looking thing.
I wasn't going to say.
But you get a little bit of wiggle there. At the stomach, you get a little bit of forward and back. side to side, a little bit of rotation. And the legs, forwards about that far, backwards about that far. A little bit of wiggles at your toes. Decent posability there as well. Oh yeah, the mouth opens too. I don't know if I showed that. About that far.
Yeah. Oh, that's not that bad.
And for some quick comparisons, here we have the Hiya Rodan compared next to some other Rodan figures from 2019 with the Monster Arts and the Jakks Pacific. And here he is with the NECA Rodan and the Trendmasters 98 Godzilla, because I have him down for doing some photos. And here's the other Hiya figure releases with the Godzilla and Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. And here is next to some Bandai vinyls with the Movie Monsters Baragon and Gamera from Gamera Guardian of the Universe. And finally, here he is with some random comparisons of the NECA Next Mutation Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures, because I have to steal their stuff for the skit. So overall, for the Hiya Rodan, I like them.
I gotta be honest with you, I like it better than the NECA or Monster Art. And just hold on. The only reason why is because the wings bend with the bendy wire, which I really think is a good idea. Because you can do those like poses like when he flies next to the ship and he like spins around, you know?
Yeah, that's probably how I'm going to display it.
I think that's just awesome to me at least.
Like I mentioned, my only concern is those bendy wires.
Over time, if you move it too much?
Yeah, because there's the fear of it snapping, which then just makes the wings pretty much unposable. And you hope that if it snaps in a position that you like. Or it could get in a position that you like. So that's probably the most terrifying thing. But I think in terms of when it was up for pre-order and you paid $50 for it, it's probably like bang for buck the best Rodan.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get, say, the Rodan and Mothra, but you still have the Monsters, I think this is still like a good substitute.
Yeah. $200 though.
Like maybe you didn't saw like Mothra Rodan for $100 and the paint job and you skipped on them. I think this is like a solid enough addition without being it too much bigger than the Monstars to really throw you off.
$50 for him.
Yeah, like between him and Mothra, you spent the same amount of money, and you get a bigger figure that's better painted.
Yeah.
So this is probably the first one I would say is like the biggest slam dunk for Hiya. The only thing is I hate the stand. Like it's serviceable, but I think it could be better.
It's cheap.
Like it's definitely a step above the Kong, because the Kong kind of left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth with the posability and such. And the Godzilla is like good, but I think there's a bit of a debate there.
I definitely would say Kong is probably the worst one so far.
So far, I do agree.
Yeah.
But Rodan, if you're hesitant about getting him, well, you're probably going to be paying like $150, $200 to try to get a hold of them now.
That's crazy.
So, like we mentioned earlier in the video, if you plan on picking up Hiya Toys, I highly recommend pre-ordering them while they're available to be pre-ordered. Our sponsor in the description will not have these, sadly. But if you'd like to get some other Godzilla stuff for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel, get yourself some sweet collectibles. But for these guys, you'd have to be looking more like Gundam It, 5K Toys has them. We'll have them proper pre-order. Big Bad, usually a little more expensive, but they'll have them too. Like, there's sites available. You just gotta kind of rummage around for them.
Take your time, you can find a decent price.
Yep. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite Rodan? Or is Mothra just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. Guys, like people today, what channel donate. We greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaiju by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. Like we mentioned, Entertainment Earth, support the channel, buy yourself some toys. They're great. I love them. They send me all my Gundams. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.